NBC Radio News is KCAA News Talk 1050, the Inland Talk Express. Weekends are made for listening at KCAA News Talk 1050 on your AM dial.
Well, welcome to our Christmas show. And our Christmas show is finally here. And I'm going to tell you, with this weather out there, it does feel like Christmas, doesn't it, Diane?
Well, I don't know about that. It is chilly with all that wind. I don't know. The wind doesn't remind me of Christmas. It just frustrates me.
Yeah. Well, with me, especially from being up north, it reminds me of all the cold and the snow and the ice and all the good stuff. And today's going to be a funny, funny show. But before we get started, the first thing I want to let you know is we have the phone lines open. If anybody wants to call in for the last-minute shopping tips, what they're going to be doing for their dinner, any good fun memories, the phone number is 888-909-1050. Again, that number is 888-909-1050. So if you have something that you want to share with us and the whole nation, give us a call in. And Eric's going to be on the board with us today. And so, Diane, what do you think? We get started now?
Oh, yes, we might as well.
Okay. And let's talk about the last-minute shopping.
Yeah, I'll bet you there's a lot of you people that haven't listened to us and get your shopping done ahead of time. So, I'm chastising you right now, and your punishment is to stand in long lines and not find what you really went out for. But I want to make a suggestion. Make sure you go out in pairs.
Yes.
Somebody
definitely.
to park the car while the other person goes in the store, and that person, if there's long lines, should get in the line, and then when the person parking the car comes in, they go find the stuff while you're in that long line, and then you're done.
There you
Should
go.
I say what you say? Bim, bam, boom, whatever?
Yeah, bada bing, bada boom.
There you go.
There it is, and it is so simple. And, folks, on the last-minute things, the three things that everybody has to remember, even us ladies. Number one, make sure you have something to eat before you get in there or get started.
I never do that.
Oh, you need to do that.
I
definitely.
should?
Yes,
You're
definitely.
right.
Have some very comfortable shoes on.
That I do.
And chill. Relax. You're going to get it done. You know, you panic and you're running around. You're going to figure out half of the stuff that you wanted to do, right? And you're going to get frustrated.
Well, that's what I'm going to suggest. Go out with the attitude that this is funny.
Yeah, it is.
Because
it's
people
comical.
are crazy and they're rude. And if you go out there with a smile on your face and find humor in as many things as you can, then it won't be so bad.
Yes. And also the last little thing we want to remind you, the clerks on them registers, think of what they're going through. They've been there since probably the crack of dawn.
Yeah.
And they're getting very, very tired, and they get kind of irritable, too. Tell them a funny story or crack a joke or whatever. Get them eased up a little bit. Your experience is going to be so much nicer and so much calmer.
And you just might be able to make their day just by being a nice customer.
There you go.
You know?
There you go.
Because, you know, it's not, there's a lot more that are not.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of them.
And another thing, I'm going to assume that who we're talking to are people that waited till the last minute. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. How many is there? Let's raise your hands. How many were the last minute?
We're looking. We're looking.
We can see you.
Yeah. So at this point, I have a couple suggestions. First of all, we like you to support the smaller businesses. Mm-hmm. You won't get in the amount of traffic jams looking for a parking place as long if you go to those smaller stores. Or do, like I said, in pairs, one in the line, one to park, etc. And go in and buy a gift card for their favorite restaurant, for movie theaters, something you know they're going to do, they're going to like. Or get them a travel voucher, you know. I mean, that is an awesome thing.
That is. And that, to me, I would rather get a gift certificate to a store, restaurant, movie, whatever, or the travel voucher, and then somebody buying something, they don't know what to get, and they get you something, and you go, that's nice.
Yeah.
You know? And you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Exactly.
Right?
And another thing is that especially if you're struggling financially, you do not need to spend money. You can make things, if you don't have time between now and then to make something that that person likes, give them a voucher for your time.
Yes.
For something like, I need a handyman desperately. I would love for somebody to say, yes, I will do this for you. So, something like that. Repairs, projects. Or if you love to cook and your friends or family member loves a certain thing that you make it for them. Or give them the voucher for it to be delivered to them soon. Like, do these things within the next 2 weeks. You schedule it, put it in your calendar, do it right away. Because a promise broken is worse than nothing at all.
Yes, it is. And you know what else is really nice, too? When you're saying a lot of people are financial, we all are, right, one way or another. But when it comes to the children, what's really nice is get them involved. For their grandparents, aunts and uncles, brothers and sisters, daddies, mommies, whomever, even the neighbors or the little friends. Let them make a gift all by themselves, regardless what it is. Just make sure when they use the scissors, somebody is around to help them out a little bit, and they will realize what Christmas really is.
Well, I totally agree, although we're getting down to the wire. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. But whatever your specialty is, you can offer that to somebody, and that means far more than some dumb thing that they wouldn't like.
That's true. And talking about things, we got to find you that handyman.
I know.
Yes. Now, that would be quite interesting. Christina, when she comes back from her holiday, her and I will get on to that immediately.
That would be awesome.
Yes. And, folks, keep on tuning in, because when we find the handyman, we'll let you know who he is and what he does.
And, because, I even put it out on Facebook that I need a reliable, honest appliance repairman.
Yes.
Because I've been without a washer and dryer for 3 weeks. Now, I've been doing lots of cruising the internet, looking at all the different appliances, washer and dryer is what I'm talking about. And I don't want the new ones. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't want the new ones. They have too many bells and whistles, and I read all the reviews, and 90% of the people out there are not liking all this stuff.
Right, and when you're talking about washer and dryers, I agree with you 100%. And the ones that I was looking at a while back, just out of curiosity, is some front loaders. They have more difficulty and more hassles with them front loaders than they do with anything else. And after a while, people start getting a smell on your clothing. And what is it, like after 30 loads or 20 loads, they have to put this detergent in it to clean it out?
They have to use special detergent.
Yeah.
They have to do a cleaning thing like every month or two, depending on how many loads you do, or else you end up with a moldy, yucky smell to your clothes.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry, but the washer that I have, I can stick king-size blankets in there. I like the size. It did have the automatic fabric softener dispenser. That never worked right. I hated that. So I got the Downy ball, and I tossed that in so I don't have to be bothered. But after I cleaned out all the yuck in that dispenser thing, good to go. But I don't want to buy. I want to spend hundreds of dollars on something I can't use that I won't be happy with.
So then it ends up smelling like, you know how when you leave your clothes in the for too long and then it has that smell.
Well,
yes,
people,
that's it. That's what happens, Eric. It really does.
I've read so many reviews. I have spent so many hours. But see, last year when my washer, the drive coupler went out, I went on the do-it-yourself things. Figured out how to do it. The only thing was I wasn't physically capable of pulling the motor apart. I did take the washing machine apart and stuff and find out just exactly where it was. But so I was able to have somebody do the physical labor for me. And I found the part for $4 with shipping, as opposed to $30 through one of the major stores for the same exact part. So this time, I'm not quite sure what it is, but anyway, if our listeners out there know of a reliable, honest, reasonably priced repair person for washers and dryers, I would like to hear from them. I'm very picky about what I have. I've been a Whirlpool person my whole life, and their new systems that are out there, I've just read too many negatives, and I don't want it.
See, that's why I like Kenmore's. I have been buying Kenmore washers and dryers ever since I was back up home. Never had any difficulty with them. And the other thing that I want to mention, then we got to move on. The other thing that I got to mention on these new front loaders, for people that are kind of compact in height, which I am, don't get them.
Front loader?
Yeah, on the
washer.
washer.
That's a problem for the washer? On the front loader?
That's what they're saying. It's because...
No, it's the top loader with the huge tub.
No.
No?
No. What they were saying, because I did my homework on this, and they were saying when you open up the door and the tub is down lower.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's down lower, so you have to. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to. And I was in a particular store and I was playing around with these, and I'm going, no, this ain't gonna work. So yeah, that's another thing.
I can't picture it, but that's okay.
Yes.
You might want to explain what a front loader is. There's probably people who don't know what you're talking about.
What it is in a regular washing machine, Kenmore, Whirlpool, all of Maytag, all of them, is the regular washing machine. You open up the lid and your tub is right there, right? And you pick it up and bring it up this way, right? The front loader is the door comes out to you, and the washer part, the drum, it's like on the cycle of your dryer. You know how you dry your flippies? All right, that's what this washing machine does, and you got to bend in there to pick them up out of there. Now, number one, being short, and number two, the clothes are wetter, and you're pulling them out instead of picking them up. Yeah.
I would think being short would be an advantage there.
No. It's a disadvantage.
Because if I was tall and I had to bend down and dig in there, I don't think I'd like that.
Yeah.
But I know with the top loaders, some of the people were complaining that the big tubs were too hard for a short person to unload.
Not for me. It's just the opposite. Yeah, it's really weird. Okay, well, talking about all washers and dryers and other things, let's bring up some of the stores that we have been shopping in lately and the reason why we picked to talk about them.
All right. These are small businesses owned by families or individuals, not huge corporations, and we have found a number of them that we've really, really liked. In fact, for those of you who are viewing, I'm wearing one of my new scarves from Debbie's in Redlands.
Yes. On
State Street, and they have unique items, and I love them. Great service, too, in those smaller stores.
And why we picked Debbie's is we have been going in there through almost 4 or 5 years now, just about 5 years that we know the whole family. When you walk in, you feel like you're back at the Piggly Wiggly. The service is impeccable. Everybody knows everybody.
They're just so nice.
And they're really terrific. And the amount of the clothing and the accessories that they get from L.A. and Palm Springs, you can't shake a stick to it. Their prices are right where they should be. I mean, it's fantastic. And it's a fun place. And also talking about Redlands, the other one that we picked was Peek Inside.
Oh, yes.
With Terry.
Yes. That has a number of very unique gift items. And it's not a clothing store like Debbie's, but just unique items. And especially this time of year, it is so fun to go in there because it's all decked out for Christmas. And Terry, right?
Yes.
She is a hoot.
Oh, she is.
It's a lot of fun.
She's down from Savannah area, which is one of my favorite areas to be in.
A lot of fun.
And when you get talking to her, no matter how you feel, you're going to be laughing and giggling and just having a good time in that store.
And that's on Stewart.
Yes.
In Redlands